I do want an hourglass shape. I do want a flat stomach and a big old butt.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up.
What is up, you lock livers? It's your girl Olivia, and we are back with another video. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you want to become a lock liver, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button below. Put your post notifications on if you want to see a little bit more of me. But we have a very hot topic for this video. 2025 is slowly diminishing, and we have less than 6 months to reach our goals. Really 5 months, but you know, I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of grace. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I got my life together. Lord knows I have my goals that I still need to work on and am currently working on, but no need to fear. I have the master plan on getting my life together, and I just wanted to share with y'all just in case you need a little pep in your step, a little motivation. Let this video be your motivation to get your life together and step into your next phase of life, whether that's being an it girl or starting a new business or just being a better person overall, because we need a lot more of those in the world. So the first thing we need to do is put the mic on. If the audio changed, I hope it got better for y'all because, baby, the mic is on now. So the first thing we got to do is figure out what our goals are. Honestly, for me, that's always been a challenge because my goals just change like all the time. I feel like my mind is all over the place, and it really took me a long time to just sit down and write my goals down. Stay put on that. Everything else does not matter except for this goal. If it's not pointing you toward that goal, then get rid of it. So we have to figure out our goals. I like to put mine in bucket, and usually they're long-term and short-term goals, but since we're focusing on 2025, baby, we only got 5 months left. So these are going to be very short-term. Now, the different buckets that I like to put mine is spiritual, health and wellness, career, financial, physical, and hobbies. We're gonna start with spiritual because that's always the top of my list. Becoming one with my mind and God and what he wants for me is always going to be my top priority. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm holier than thou, because I'm not. I am always working on my relationship with God, and sometimes I don't prioritize him. And that's like my biggest goal, is to prioritize him in my life so that I can just have that relationship with him. It's just like having a best friend in a way. You know that you can always call on your best friend. They're always going to answer the phone. You can always ask your best friend for advice. I want to always keep God at the first level of my relationship with myself and with my husband. I'm just growing it every day. My spiritual goal is to, one, build my relationship with God, and under that, I like to say how I'm going to do it. The way I want to build my relationship with God is I want to pray more. And that's waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night and praying without ceasing throughout the day, figuring out what praying without ceasing means. And that's going to take me to my second bullet, is reading more of the Bible. I have my verse of the day that I read every day, and like there's a devotional that goes with that. But I feel like I'm not really getting into the meat of things. And we can separate this for another video. Reading the Bible and like actually going through the passages. Like I read the Proverbs woman, and that ignited me to become a better woman for my husband and for myself. It just tells me how God wants me to live. Now, going into health and wellness, I like to put this into mental and physical fitness, going to the gym every day or having some form of activity. You don't have to go to the gym every day. Like you can literally work out in your home, like in your living room. I remember I think it was like COVID where home gyms just skyrocketed. Me and my friends, we would wake up at 6 in the morning. We would hit our home gym. We would all do like this video together. We would be on FaceTime or Zoom, and like that was such a vibe. If you're my friend and you're watching this, I miss that. I miss us. Just like a great start to the day. Eating properly. Is the mic on? Eating properly, and like there's so many diets out there. There's so many like recommendations from different influencers. I just made that up on the fly. I'm always down for the cause of, just like sharing knowledge, sharing what helped you. But what I've learned over the years is you have to go with what your body can handle, okay? I do not put anyone down for going to those fitness classes in the gym. That could not be me. And not even just because of like social anxiety, but I just don't like to be at someone else's beck and call. Like if you're telling me to run faster, no, baby, I can't. Now, if I tell myself to run faster, then I can do that and I will do that. But I just don't like someone telling me, okay, 5 more reps, 6 more reps. Like I'm going to sit there and go at my own pace. And that's just me. But if you guys don't want to do that, then that's on you. And, you know, more power to you. Just figure out what works for you. I know that my diet helped me. I don't really talk about it too much. I'm still trying to meet more goals, but your girl lost 25 pounds this year. That was a huge thing for me because I was even texting my friend. I was like, bro, this is the lowest weight I've been since college. Like I haven't been this weight since before college. But I figured out what works for me. I figured out my diet, but I'm trying to figure out my fitness. I'm trying to figure out where I can do better in my fitness and what my body can handle as well. Me, I'm not really good with the cardio. Like I'm really trying. Today I did 10 minutes on the Stairmaster and that was a huge thing for me because your girl be tired and sweating. I'm gonna put a little picture in here so I can see the sweat. So another part of your health and wellness is your mental. I have this book, and this book has gone through the ringer. But this is my book that I've had for years, and I'm not gonna say I've been great with it. I would like to journal more. I would like to have a record of my thoughts. I feel like there's something soothing about putting pen to paper and just like letting it flow. Like I feel so at peace when I write. I've kind of lumped this into my regular thought journal and also a prayer journal. So I've been adding in my prayers here. And I started this before August so that when August came, I can just keep going. That's another tip for you guys. Like if you have a goal, start today and then count your goal from the day that you want to start. If you want to start August 1st, like you're like August 1st, that's when the diet is starting. That's when I'm gonna get my body snatched. That's when I'm gonna start going to the gym consistently. That's when I'm gonna start posting consistently. It's better to pretty much start whenever you want, like literally whenever you make that goal. Like if it's a month before, if it's 2 weeks before, start that goal then so that you can get into the routine of things. By the time that you do hit August 1st and you want to do it for 30 days, you're already there. Even after August 31st, if you do stop, like you can still say that for August, I wrote every single day. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. So the last thing for health and wellness that I want to talk about is your stress. I have learned recently how much stress is really impacting my health and like how I feel. I do have this aura ring on. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I just wanted an aura ring so that I can track my fitness, track my sleep cycles, and my overall well-being. This can track your stress levels throughout the day. And it's very like scary to see how stressed you are sometimes. But stress also happens after you work out. So keep that in mind. Like usually if you're doing like high cardiovascular or, you know, like a very intense workout, you're going to have stress in your body. Stress doesn't just come from like a stressful job or having a lot on your plate, having a lot on your mind. Also, your gut health is very important for how your body feels as well. So do like a detox, but just like start eating foods that are gut friendly for me. And again, figuring out what that looks like for me. Olivia, we're gonna move right along. Next is career. So very, very funny for me. Your girl is going to be moving on to a new opportunity. I'm not gonna have a job. But am I not gonna be working? That's also a question. Do I want to find another job after this? What does my career look like in packaging? Am I going to make content about packaging? Am I going to start my own business in packaging? Am I going to be a packaging consultant? Figure out what that looks like for you, like what your next steps in your career look like. So when I started out my job, I was an associate engineer. I'm lying. I was never an associate. No shade, no tea. I started off as a co-op and I went directly into a packaging development scientist too. And from there, I wanted to be a manager. Did I reach my goal of being a manager? No. You usually need 5 to 10 years to be a manager. And I just got to 6 this year. Figuring out what steps you need to take, who you need to make connections with, honey, who you need to make connections with. I want to do a whole career series, like truthfully, like I really feel like I want to do a career series because I've been getting to the bag for years now. And I'm very happy that I have the time for myself for 4 months. Get a mentor. I had a mentor and I love her to death. My packaging mentor, I don't really speak to her that often anymore because of things. Finding someone who's in the spot that you want to be in and having them tell you what they did to get there and coaching you through it, that's like the best kept secret. Utilize the people in your company. Utilize the people from college. Okay, make some college connections. Sis, I see you work at Tarts. Can I work there too? Next is financial, and this one's gonna be short for me because I've never been good with finances. My financial goals are with my husband. He will make the financial decisions and figure out how much we need to save. I just do what he says. What we do in our marriage is we have a goal for the year. We have a goal for the first 6 months of our marriage, the first year of our marriage. You know, eventually when we figure out when we want a house or when we need to go on a trip, we'll have money saved and we'll increase the number if we need to and we'll decrease the number if we need to. But I would just use a tool like Rocket. I find that taking a certain number away from your check, if you have something stable, taking a certain number really helps, because it's like if I'm going to take $250 each week from my paycheck and put it in my account, that is what I'm going to do. My paycheck is going to be around the same. Some weeks I do take more than $250. Like I'll do 500, 1,000, whatever I'm feeling. And then I'll just be hungry for the rest of the week. That is the short and simple, because that is all I have for y'all. Next is physical. And when I say physical, I mean what you see is what you get. I have always had this confidence about myself, but I always want to improve myself as well. Like I'm very comfortable in my natural skin. I've always been comfortable in my skin, like just natural me. Y'all see my hair is like this and I'm in a video. I love these type of looks. Like I just love how I look with this. I just love how I look with this. I love my natural skin. I love my complexion. Like I do want to lose weight, of course. I do want an hourglass shape. I do want a flat stomach and a big old butt. This is a very like moment for me. So you know I have a husband. One of the pieces of our relationship that I just love so much about him is he is very, very honest. My fitness goals, like I've always just said, I want to go to the gym so I can get my heart rate up, you know, like just like want it for my health. I wasn't really going for I was just going, and like I didn't have a goal in mind. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with Booba and he was just like, are you really happy in your skin? Like those weren't his words, of course, but basically he was asking like, are you really happy with what you look like? Are you really happy at your current weight? It just dawned on me that like I am, but I'm not. Like I feel brainwashed of this like plus size girly body positivity. Like I've been brainwashed for years about it, and like no shade, no tea to anyone who like is body positive and things like. But for me, I am just talking about for my own experience. I want to look different, but I also want to lose weight for my health. Thank God I haven't had any life-threatening experiences. Getting in shape and losing weight has really improved me in general. And I don't see it in the mirror. Like I'm telling y'all, I don't see it in the mirror. It could have been all water weight. I don't know. A lot of my self-care is physical, like doing my face mask, doing my skincare. I love doing my skincare routine in the morning because I started with a routine and I kept it. Like the products may have changed, but the routine is the same. And I love it because it's just like taking care of myself. I feel pretty. We love ourselves. We love what we look like. What could we change that will make us better? Taking care of our appearance is a boost. It's a mental boost. My nails right now actually don't look that bad. Like, next we have is hobby. I feel like hobbies is very personal. So one, you have to figure out what you like. And how do you figure out what you like without trying? I remember when I was in my early 20s and I would just go and try things. Like I would just go and like go to a networking event, talk to people, see what they do, see what they like to do, and then go try it. I know my husband likes anime and we love escape rooms. And, you know, just like expanding on your hobbies and being open-minded about your hobbies. Just like write a list down of some things that you want to try this year. and just go and do it. If it's not hobbies that you want to try, what things do you already do that you want to do more? So like if you draw, but you're not drawing every day, you're just drawing when you have time, how can you implement that more in your life? How can you implement that once a week? Every Saturday night, I'm going to write, I'm going to draw, I'm going to paint, I'm going to do what. If you're worried about your friends not liking what you like, go and do it by yourself. You will make new friends. But these are all things that you have to write down and you have to put and set. And don't write things down that you won't be able to keep your promises. Really write them down if this is something you feel like you can do. And don't try to overload yourself too. Like if you have all of these buckets, figure out what the most important ones are that you're truly going to keep. Write those in red, like write those in a different color, and just make sure that you actually hit those. I'm not saying that the other ones are less important. If you do need to set focus that way. Something to set them apart so that you really understand what's important. One goal that I have that I didn't talk about in career, which I guess could fall in careers or hobbies, is to grow my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this video, please drop a comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you found value from this video. I really want to help people and I really thrive. I really just want to be. To wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you for watching, but I'm also so proud of you because if you're watching this video, you really want to become a better person and you really do want to hit your goals. And going and finding motivation is a really good start. So I'm proud of you. The locked livers are clapping, the locked livers are clapping. Again, if you aren't a locked liver yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching again. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm your nasty dancer, dancing for money.